Welcome back, my dear students of class 10th. Students, I am Rajendra Rai from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. And today video will provide the adequate, correct and significant learning about some important questions from chapter 1, life process. My dear students, let us see this question. What are the different ways in which glucose is oxidized to provide energy in various organisms? It means oxidation of the glucose, that is in the different way, either that is aerobic or anaerobic. So let it see the three ways by which the glucose get either oxidized or modified into intermediate compound, and that will provide the little bit energy if there will be the absence of oxygen. So dear students, let us see the first way. As you know that the glucose that is having the 6 carbon molecule in cytoplasm get converted into the pyruvate, and pyruvate is having the 3 carbon molecule. So 3 carbon molecules plus little bit energy will be released here. So this process is called glycolysis, and this glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm. After this glycolysis is the common process which takes place in all the types of the respiration, either that is aerobic respiration or that is anaerobic respiration. So let us see first of all in anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, there will be the absence of oxygen. Take the example of yeast, and in yeast there will be the formation of ethanol, that is having 2 carbon molecule plus carbon dioxide plus 2 ATP energy. Little bit energy will be released here. So this is the process of fermentation. The formation of ethanol from glucose is called fermentation, that is without oxygen. Dear students, let us see in the second case, that is in the absence of oxygen, absence of sufficient oxygen. In muscular cells in human being, there will be the another type of fermentation, that is called lactate fermentation. In the lactate fermentation, there will be the formation of lactic acid, that is having the 3 carbon molecule plus 2 ATP energy that will be released. So my dear student, these two examples are of anaerobic respiration. Now come to the third option, that is the aerobic respiration. And in aerobic respiration, or in the presence of oxygen, this pyruvate molecule which get converted from the glucose in the cytoplasm, that comes to the mitochondria, and this mitochondria facilitate the oxidation of this pyruvate molecule in the presence of oxygen, which results the formation of carbon dioxide, water molecule, and 38 ATP of the energy. So my dear student, in these 3 options you are looking here that there will be the release of the sufficient amount of energy, that is only in the aerobic respiration, in the presence of oxygen, that takes place in the human being. And if any person is running, then there will be the need of more oxygen, and in the absence of insufficient oxygen, in the presence of insufficient oxygen, there will be the lactate fermentation in the muscular cells. Or you can say that there will be the formation of lactic acid in the muscular cells, and there will be release of the 2 ATP energy just to provide the relief to the runner. So dear student, you can solve this question in this way, and you will be able to answer in a correct way. Dear student, come to the next question, and that is based on the diagram. Dear student, this question is how are the lungs designed in human being to maximize the area of exchange of gases. Means you have to describe the structure of the lung, the internal structure or anatomy of the lung, so that your answer will be completed. Dear student, you can answer the complete structure like lungs are two soft spongy structures locked in thoracic cavity. Each lung is enclosed in a double wall. Sac are called pleura in the lung. The air passage is called windpipe, divides into smaller tubes called bronchi, which in turn form bronchioles. The bronchioles later terminates in balloon-like structures which are called alveoli. The presence of alveoli in the lungs provides a very large area for the exchange of gases, and this availability of large surface area maximizes the exchange of gases. The alveoli have very thin walls and contains an extensive network of blood vessels to facilitate exchange of gases. So this will be the written answer for this question, and simultaneously you have to describe the internal structure of the lung that you are looking here, the diagram. This diagram is showing the common passage for the air, that is called trachea. This one, that is trachea. Trachea further divided into the branches, and that branches are called primary bronchus, secondary bronchus. Is secondary if this trachea get divided into two or more branches, then the first branching is called primary bronchus, second branching is called secondary bronchi. So these are the small tube-like structure, that is the passage for the air, are called primary, secondary and tertiary bronchi. So these are the bronchi. Trachea further divided into bronchi, and bronchi further lead to the bronchioles. Bronchioles are the last part of the bronchi which get terminated into the sac-like structure. This sac-like structure is called alveoli. So in a bronchi, in a bronchiole, there will be the several alveoli, as you are looking here, and these alveoli are called air sacs. These air sacs are responsible for the exchange of the gases. So my dear student, you are looking here the branching in the trachea that facilitates the larger surface. Further, the branching primary, secondary, tertiary of the bronchus means converted into the different bronchi, and further bronchi leads to the bronchioles, which get modified into the so many air sacs inside it, and these air sacs are increasing the surface area for the exchange of the gases, exchange of the oxygen from the exchange of the carbon dioxide. So dear student, you can answer this question, that is based on the anatomical structure like this. Dear student, these are two examples for the answering questions as you have seen here, and now come to some NCERT questions, some NCERT exercises that is very important as far as your pre-board and board exam is concerned. So now this NCERT exercises are, number one question, that is the kidney in human being are part of the system for nutrition, excretion, respiration or transportation. So answer will be the excretion. Come to the next question, dear students. The xylem in plants are responsible for which function? Number A, transportation of water, transportation of amino acid, transportation of food and transportation of oxygen. So your answer will be A, transportation of water. Dear student, come to third question. The autotrophic mode of nutrition requires carbon dioxide and water, sunlight, chlorophyll, all of the above. So answer will be the all of the above. Chlorophyll, sunlight and water and carbon dioxide facilitate the formation of the glucose in the process of photosynthesis, that is called autotrophic mode of nutrition in the plants. Dear student, come to the next. The breakdown of the pyruvate give the carbon dioxide, water and energy takes place in mitochondria. So formation of carbon dioxide, water and energy that takes place in the mitochondria, and that is called the oxidation of pyruvic acid or oxidation of pyruvate. It happen into the aerobic type of respiration. So dear student, these are the some MCQ that is based on the NCERT exercises, and that is very important. Dear student, come to the next, and the important one, that is from the circulation, that is describe double circulation in human being. Why is it necessary? So dear student, as you know, the human being is the most advanced structure in the all the life form, and that is having the complicated system, complicated organs, structures, etc. for the facilitation of complicated functions. And the blood passes through the heart twice through separate pathways for the completing one cycle. This type of circulation is called double circulation, means heart facilitate the circulation of blood twice in a cycle. It means once the blood is going to the lungs for the oxygenation, and second, from the lungs blood is coming into the heart, oxygenated blood coming into heart at the left side, and that get pumped out from the left ventricle into the dorsal aorta. So this type of the double entrance and double exit of the blood from the heart is called double circulation. So this double circulation can be categorized as the pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. So dear student, you can answer the question like this. You can summarize your answer in a flow chart like this. So this flow chart is showing the pulmonary circulation and systematic circulation. Dear student, this systematic means that blood is going into different system, different part of the body, and pulmonary means the blood is going into the lungs only. So dear student, you can answer the question like this, and this is very important question. Now student, come to the question that is based on the thinking skills. Thinking skills means, take the example of this question. If the leaves of a plant first prepare food by photosynthesis, then food A gets converted into food B. What are A and what are B? So food A, that will be the glucose, and food B, that will be the starch. My dear students, in the first process, the glucose molecule is formed, and later on this glucose molecule further processed as the starch, and this starch gets stored into the different parts of the plant body like leaves, fruit, root and stem. So this is the example for the question that is based on the thinking skill. You have to think about this question and you have to answer like this. Dear student, come to other questions, and that is based on the different parameters, and these parameters may be the hot, may be the true false, may be the activity based, and may be the role play, that may be the diagrammatic activity based questions, and for example, this is the activity based question. Dear students, in this question you are looking at a diagram and you have to come out. This is a four chambered heart, and this four chambered heart, that is A, B, C, D. A, B representing right side and B, C, D representing left side, and this is the activity that you have to fill it. You have to fill it the A, B, C and D about the double circulation. So you can do it very easily. That is very easy to do. So my dear students, these are some questions that are based on different parameters, and that will be helpful for your preparation for the examinations. Thank you very much.